chemical reaction that happens. You can't get rid of it. The only thing that you can do is dance with it. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Raven's World, and today we're talking fear. What is it? Can you overcome it? Is it an illusion? Let's get into it. So question number one, what is fear? I personally believe there's two types of fear, and let me know how you feel in the comments. Number one, fight or flight, do or die. We in real danger, right? Or there's the mind game fear, the fear that is unrealistic, that isn't quite tangible, right? So when I think about fear, it's very interesting to me that there's something in our brain that is like basically a chemical reaction that happens when fear arises, where our amygdala, which is the warning or danger detector of our body, triggers the hypothalamus, which our hypothalamus, basically the boss of our brain and of our body. Shit, I got a whole list of shit that our hypothalamus controls, so pardon me, but allow me to read you the list. Urination, appetite, stress, reproduction, fluid, salt, glucose, sleep cycles, metabolism, smell, blood pressure, thirst, growth, sex. Okay, that's just a name of you. So, it triggers our amygdala, aka our lizard brain, triggers our hypothalamus, and our hypothalamus basically is like, oh shit, like, let's get ready. So sends blood through your body, your heart starts beating fast, you start breathing heavy, all of that, right? And it makes sense because your body just wants to protect you, it's trying to keep you safe. But I was like, okay, so how does this correspond with like procrastination or avoiding something or things like that? And I realized that the lizard brain, or the amygdala, is what keeps us safe, right? So anytime we're in an uncomfortable situation, or we're doing something that we don't want to be doing, or, you know, just anything like that, we're putting something off, whatever it is, our brain just wants to keep us safe, because part of our brain is like, oh, like, this is scary. The lizard brain gets triggered and it's like, let's just play it safe. Let's not do it at all. Or shit, maybe we'll do it tomorrow, but not right now. You know what I'm saying? So that was really fascinating to me, that not only does your brain kick in for fight or flight, do or die, but it also does the same thing when you and your brain are telling you, oh, that's scary, or oh, I don't want to do this, or oh, this is uncomfortable. So consider that. Consider the awareness that you have to have in order to catch your lizard brain, because if you don't understand what fear is, they talk about this in the TED Talk, and I'm gonna link all that stuff below, but they talk about this in the TED Talk, where if you don't know what fear is, if you don't know when you're being triggered by your fears, or your amygdala is just popping up, your little lizard brain trying to hop in the front seat, if you don't understand when that's happening, that can be detrimental to you. Because I'm sure there are people that when they get that feeling of fear, when they get, you know, that tense feeling, their body starts feeling, you know, just all the shit, they're like, oh no, I can't do this. And it must mean, since my body's doing this, it must mean that, you know, this is dangerous, or this isn't good, or da-da-da, whatever it is. But if you have the awareness that you can break down in your head, like when fear arises, and you're like, okay, let me sit back. What am I afraid of? What is it that I'm trying to avoid? What is it that, you know, what's coming up? Why is this fear coming up for me? And when you can tackle that and, you know, truly figure out what that is, I think that you have a way better chance, because then you just do it. You know what I'm saying? If you can learn that, okay, well, I'm being triggered right now. My lizard brain is trying to hop in the front seat. Now I'm going to take control. You can stay in the back seat and I'm going to drive us. I'm going to be a little scared, but I'm going to do the damn thing, right? So I think that what is so fascinating to me, and I keep saying that because the brain is fascinating, us as humans is fascinating to me, but what is so fascinating to me is getting that under control and just going with it anyways. Do the complete opposite of what your lizard brain is trying to tell you, unless you're in fight or flight, do or die. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that aspect. I'm talking about the mindset of fear. I'm talking about the made up things in our head, or the things that we tell ourselves, or because I don't want to say made up, because there are things There are fears that are very real. Like saying you don't like needles and then you've been putting off the jab because you don't want to get needles, or you've been putting off getting a tattoo because you don't like needles. So those are all very real. You know what I'm saying? But I think that like in certain situations where our lizard brain is like, no, don't do it. Let's play it safe. Let's just do it tomorrow. Let's not do it at all. And you feed into that. And anytime you allow your fear to control you, you add another brick, and eventually you're going to have a whole wall. And then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just going to keep feeding and fueling the fire, or are you going to knock down that bitch, go right through it, and do what you got to do and learn a lesson and also enjoy a new experience? Question number 2, do I believe that you can overcome fear? I think there are certain fears that, yes, you can overcome them. I think that you absolutely can overcome some of your fears, but I think that you're always going to be afraid of something. So you're always going to be overcoming fears that you've had, and you're always going to have new fears. You know what I'm saying? As you reach new levels and new boundaries, you're going to create new fears for yourself, and you're going to have to just run through them. You know what I'm saying? It's a chemical reaction that happens. You can't get rid of it. The only thing that you can do is dance with it. Now, I want to talk about how my friend Michelle gave me a different perspective, and I want to shout her out because I appreciate her so much. But I want to read this to y'all because the way that she put it and the perspective that she had was super dope. She said that she got a visual, because I sent her this video too, and we all talked about it. And she said, when he talked about dancing with fear, I had a legitimate visual, like as an actual dance. What needs to be done / the situation is one person, and the fear is the other. They are both needed to complete the choreography, while only one can lead. Oh, that gives me goosebumps. Shout out to Michelle, because she the GOAT, right? But that is a fact. Only one can lead. Are you going to allow your fear to lead, or are you going to lead? So, do I think that you can overcome fear? I do absolutely believe that you can overcome fear, but I think that it's something you're going to have to practice forever. I think that you're always going to be faced with new fears, and you're always going to have to tackle them. So, number 3, that's it. We almost done here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. If you still here, drop a middle finger in the comments, because we're saying fuck our fears. But no, for real, I'm trying to see who fuck with me, so please drop the middle finger in the comments. You already know what time it is. So that leads me to the last question, and then we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Is fear an illusion? Now, this is an interesting question, and I brought this question to you because I want to talk about it. If you would like, please politely join me in the comments and let's talk about, do you believe fear is an illusion? I'm back and forth. I say no, but then I say yes, because there are legitimate fears. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a legitimate fear, that's not an illusion, that's real. Sometimes we do have fears that are just in our head, that, we talk ourselves out of shit because our amygdala, our lizard brain, like I said, just wants to keep us safe. That's all it's doing. It's doing its job, absolutely. But, I don't know. That's a tough one. So is it an illusion? Yes and no. Yes, we can create these illusions in our mind of fear, but then sometimes people really do have genuine, real reasons to feel that fear. So I think it just depends on the fear, it just depends on the situation, depends on the person. But I wanted to bring that to your awareness. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.